Hey Stampers, welcome to Brandy's Cards. So today I have a fun card today using the Weather Together stamp set and the Umbrella Weather Framelits. So they do come as a bundle. They are just absolutely adorable. And they are in the new Stampin' Up! 2016 annual catalog. So if you don't already have a catalog, let me know. I would love to get you one and earn your business. And if you already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, make sure you reach out to your demonstrator to get your catalog, okay? So if you take a look inside the catalog here on page 55, I believe it was. Let's see here. Page 55. It's easily to get distracted. Isn't that super cute? Easy to get distracted in here. Page 55 is the Weather Together stamp set and the Umbrella Weather Framelits. These are so adorable, and there's so many different ways that you can play with these, and I loved all the options. And so that is what we're going to use today. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. Are you guys ready to see your card? Okay, I know, it's right here in front of me. Check it out. Oh, don't you just love it? I really, really liked how the umbrella was embossed here at the top. It's very subtle, but it does add a nice little touch to it. You've got love on there, you've got the fun background, and we'll weather this together. So I just thought that was precious. So I'm excited to show you how I made this card. And if you stick with me until the end, I have 3 more cards that I'm going to show you that I designed with this stamp set. So I think you guys will want to stick around to see that. And also I will have all of the directions, the sizes and the directions on Brandy's card. So you will be able to find those on brandyscards.com. Okay, are you guys ready to see what cardstocks I used? It's pretty easy. That's right, this is it, really. Some Flirty Flamingo for the flowers, but I've got Pool Party and I've got some Whisper White pieces, so it's pretty easy today. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and fold my Whisper White piece in half. And I've already mounted my, stamp set out of this set. We're going to use this piece right here. We're going to use this flower. And then we're also going to use this fabulous love inside the set. And this is the sentiment I chose. We'll weather this together. So that's what we're going to use today. So here's my flower. I have some Flirty Flamingo. And I am just going to randomly stamp all around my card. Pretty easy. You know, you might wonder why, well, I'm using a photopolymer stamp, but I'm not necessarily using a pierce mat. You know, sometimes you don't really need them. You know, it's more for kind of those bigger images where you need a little bit of that cushion. I find when I'm doing sentiments or small things like this, it's not really a big deal. So you don't have to worry too much about that. Now, if you got stamping and you realize, okay, so it's not looking as good, well, then you want to make sure that you pull out your pierce pad, because certainly you don't want to ruin your cardstock. So I'm just kind of making my way around. Now, once I've kind of made the initial, around the card, now I kind of look at it as an opportunity to fill it in and just sort of, I liked the little flowers that were open, so I'm just going to sort of fill it in here and there and just add a little bit more of the flowers to it, just to give it a little bit more interest here. And I've got a few more to do as I round my corner here. And of course you can use the other guide too, the thicker one. I mean, they're all pretty, so just kind of change it up. Make sure you twist the stamp in your hand a little bit so you get various shapes and various, patterns, I guess is what I want to say. You don't want the same pattern all through the whole thing. And let's do one more. How about that? Actually, let's do one more right there. Okay, so I think we're all done with that. So that's our background. That was pretty easy. So I have one of our embossing folders, and I have the Big Shot, which I love this guy. And you guys know that I am a big fan of Stampin' Up! Embossing folders. So some of our embossing folders are 6x6, in case you didn't know that. So these are not going to fit in your Cuttlebug if you have a Cuttlebug. So just be careful when you're ordering Stampin' Up! Embossing folders. You just want to look at the sizes. The other embossing folders do fit, but there are a few that are 6x6, and those aren't going to fit. So just watch for that. I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and you know, on the card, as you can see here, I kind of liked the softly falling dots to kind of act as my rain. So what I'm going to do is, and that is the name of the embossing folder, it's called Softly Falling. I'm going to stick my paper here kind of close to the crease, but not in the crease, because I don't want this heavy part of the embossing folder. It's really condensed down there. So I kind of want it a little bit more sporadic, as though it's raining a little bit. We're going to run this through our embossing folder. And I already had my sandwich set up, so I was good to go there. Let's push it back through. We'll open it up. This is always one of my favorite things to do. And then you go, ah, so pretty. Absolutely stunning, really. So I love those. So while we're doing the big shot, let's go ahead and finish our framelits. We'll have all of our parts and pieces, and then we'll just put it together. So here is the umbrella framelits. Okay, so this is, let me just tell you what I have here, because it's like, well, that's not how it comes. You're absolutely right. This is not how it comes. But what I do is I purchase the magnetic cards from Stampin' Storage, and I like to glue my, you know, the directions that Stampin' Up! Sends to the back of the card, and then I just put all the framelits in the set on the top. And then I put it inside one, you can actually store it in a container, or you can buy one of the specifically designed Stampin' Storage little storage bins to go to put them in. But again, I just love this because it keeps it all contained. It's pretty rock solid. All right, so here's Pool Party. Oh, you need some basic, some smoky slate. I forgot to tell you that. You do need some smoky slate. So we're going to move on to thinlits, right? And the thinlits, we're going to have to change, whoa, sorry about that. We're going to have to change our big shot to the top here, because we got to make sure we have the right thickness. We're going to go ahead and run both of our pieces through at the exact same time. I need the handle to my umbrella, which is this guy. We're going to put that there. And then we also need the umbrella. And I think we'll just go ahead and use that one, just like we did before, because it's pretty cute. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put down the top of our plastic plate, run it through the big shot. Here are a few crackles. And then we're going to take it out. And all of our pieces should pop right out. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that is what I love about these things. Pretty awesome. See that? So that pops right out. So we have all of our pieces, and so we are good to go. And then when you're done, you can just pop your, you know, pop your pieces right back here on your magnetic plate or your card, and you're good to go. All right. So let's see here. What are we going to do next? Let's go ahead and start gluing our pieces together and putting our card together. So here is the embossed piece that I had earlier. We're going to glue this and center it in the middle of our Pool Party cardstock. Now, if you are visiting Brandy's Cards for the first time and you're looking for the sizes and the directions and you can't find them, make sure that you go to the search bar and you can type in there weather together, or you can type in there weather, you can type in there umbrella, weather framelits, umbrella framelits. So those keywords are going to help these cards pull up for you, okay? And if all else fails, just send me an email and I would love to send you the links so that you can see all the sizes and the dimensions as well. So here is the little handle to my umbrella. Oh my goodness, there is just, I have had so much fun playing with this stamp set. So let's see, we got to have our snow, or our, I guess it wouldn't be snow because they're flowers, right? So we're going to just call it rain. Let's set it right about there. I like that. Perfect. And then what we need to do is we need to stamp our love on our umbrella. So I have some Dapper Denim here. This is Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to ink up the Dapper Denim, and I'm going to just stamp it straight down and straight up. And you will see that some of this stamp doesn't actually, you know, the umbrella isn't big enough for the whole stamp, and I'm totally okay with that. So I just have a little bit of the L is kind of off, which is okay. So now what we're going to do is let's pull our Stampin' Dimensionals in and put some Stampin' Ds on the back of here. That's right. We'll throw those guys away. And then we're going to add our umbrella. Oh, it's looking so cute, right? So as I was doing this card, I thought, okay, well, I loved it, but I still wanted some pop on this card. So let's go ahead and stamp our greeting so we can kind of put that part together, and then I'll show you the embellishments that I chose. I really liked the saying we'll weather together. So that is what I'm going to use here today. I have just a thin strip of Whisper White cardstock. I usually save all of my strips as I'm cutting because these guys come in handy. And I always, instead of like, cutting new paper, I always like to have my scraps in a little bin next to me that I can just pull from. And sometimes I even stamp the greeting on a scrap piece of paper before I ever put it on my card, and then I just kind of use that to say, well, I don't like that color, I'm going to stamp it in this color, and so it doesn't actually ruin the card that I've already made. So just try to remember that when you're making cards. If you've got a scrap bin next to you, you can certainly use that as a way to, to kind of figure out what you like and what you'd like to do. All right, so let's move on to our cute little embellishments. So I went ahead before we started our video and I stamped a couple extra of these cute little flowers that you see here on the background, and I've cut them out already. I did fussy cut them out. You certainly don't have to do that, but I just really liked the way that it looked. So I went ahead and did that. We're going to put one of these right here next to the wheel, okay? We'll weather together. Then I have the Blossom Punch. So I love this guy. It layers beautifully, but we're really not going to layer it today. We're just going to use the small little flower here. I've got some Flirty Flamingo cardstock. We're going to punch that out. That's right. Let's add a mini glue dot behind there. See, it's coming together. And then I just liked it right there next to on my umbrella. I just thought that really added a fun pop to it. And here's the other little flower that I cut out, and I'm putting that right there in the center. Now these enamel dots. I am in love with these enamel dots. I didn't realize how much I would like them, but I have used so many I had to order more. And I'm really glad that I had some left for this video for you, because I have been going through them like crazy. So this is the Flirty Flamingo color enamel dots. So let's flip this over. We're going to put some Stampin' Ds here on the back, Stampin' Dimensionals. And after we do that, we're going to add it to the base of our card. And yes, when it's this big, I always try to put a Stampin' Dimensional or two in the middle so that it doesn't sag, okay? So let's just add this to the center of our card. And I think that looks good right there. Oh my goodness, that is just so cool. But I think it's missing one thing, don't you? How about we add a bow on here real quick? This is our new baker's, it's not new, but it's new and white for us. It's this thick baker's twine. And so I have to tell you, I like it because it's easier for me to tie bows. Some of this small thread, it's like, oh my goodness, my fingers. But this I can do. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of make a loop in my hand, in my fingers, and I'm just gonna tie my bow right here, just like that. And it stays beautifully. I'm going to shape it to how I like it. And then after I do that, I'm just going to put a mini glue dot behind it. Let's do that. Let's put a little mini glue dot behind it. We're going to add it right here to our little umbrella handle. And one side is already cut because I've done this before. I'm going to snip that side. And voila, we are all done. That's right, there you go, a fun weather together card using the umbrella stamp set and the nice little sayings, and of course the background. So this stamp set is just so awesome, and there are so many fun ways to make backgrounds in here. So I am really excited to show you some of the other ideas that I came up with, okay? So let's see here, let's look at this one. Okay, so this one I thought was super cute. This is using Cucumber Crush, and you can see here these fun dots. So if you look at the stamp set, what do you think? Yes, that's right there. These little guys here made those dots, and those dots are actually supposed to go on the umbrella. And so I decided, well, how about we make that into a background? So I thought that was kind of a fun, clever way to use that stamp. All right, so let's look at the next one. The next one is just fun and adorable. So I was looking to kind of do a baby shower card. And so that's how this one was inspired, in the pinks and the hearts. I just was thinking, oh, it's got baby shower written like all over it. And then when I added these fun little like pom-poms, this white pom-pom thread from Stampin' Up, oh my gosh, I just was like, oh yeah, this is so baby. So anyway, congratulations on your new arrival is what I chose here, but you could certainly, you know, pick out another baby set, or of course, you know, put the love on there or something like that. So I thought that was cute. There's the hearts that I used. There's the stamp for the umbrella, and of course the handle and that sort of thing. All right, I have one more for you, okay? This one I really like too. Sometimes we all need shelter from the storm, and that one really was special to me. I loved the fact that it was Dapper Denim and Whisper White. I liked the little clouds. Those were cut out using the Framelits. And I stamped the umbrella handle. I colored it in with Dapper Denim. And then of course I did my sentiment and that sort of thing. And you can see all of these stamps are actually in the stamp set. The only thing I believe that's not in the stamp set is the congratulations on your new arrival. But all of the rest are. So here are the 4 different cards that I came up with using the Weather Together stamp set. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my presentation today. I hope you liked the cards. And of course, you know, there are more possibilities in there. And if you open up your Stampin' Up! Catalog to page 55, you're going to see some more ideas and how you can, you know, pop the clouds out of the card itself and kind of put other cardstocks behind it. There are so many fun ways that you can use this stamp set and these framelits. And this is just a starting place that I hope to offer you today. So thank you so much for stopping by Brandy's Cards. I'd love to see what you create with this stamp set. So if you get an opportunity, shoot me an email with one of your pictures. If you have any questions, let me know. And of course, if you need a catalog, visit brandyscards.com. At the very bottom of my post showing these cards, you can just fill that out. I'll get that in the mail, and then I'll get that email, and I'll get a catalog in the mail to you right away. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a blessed day.